Talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the road. For those of you who know that song, yes, indeed, we are getting closer to the end of the road. This is Temptation Island, Season 9, Episode 8. After show, and I have to tell you, this was probably one of the most emotional, high energy, and just so deep episodes that I think I've ever seen of reality television, whether it's on linear television, which is traditional television, or streaming. This is the deepest one I think I've ever seen, and we're going to get into why, because it was a lot that happened, of course. Higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do, of course. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do, because, y'all, this episode, my Lord Jesus, was so much. So, we're going to kick it off with the men's villa, right? We're going to do the dates, and then I'm going to do the bonfires separately, okay? Because, my Lord Jesus, this was an episode. So we kick it off with the men's villa. Brion says Shante is hurt, but she wants to know the reason behind everything. So Brion just got done seeing his video message, if you remember, in episode 7. The men and women both have the chance to record a 30-second video message. And for those of you who don't know what's going on, Temptation Island is a show, rather, where 4 couples who are at crossroads in their relationship, they go to this island to figure out if they should stay together, separate, or leave with somebody new. So the 4 women live in a villa with 12 single men, and the 4 women live in a villa with the 4 women live in a villa with 12 single men, and the 4 men live in a villa with 12 single women. Believe me, there's a very high energy situation. And so the tempters and temptresses are there to do only one thing: to tempt you emotionally, physically, intellectually, spiritually, soulfully, every need that you can think, right? So, with that being said, Shante is hurt and wants to know the reason behind everything. And Brion and Amia were supposed to go on a date. And Amia's been thinking about her and Brion's interactions over the last couple of days. And she doesn't feel that he takes responsibility for anything he does. And Amia feels like it's him. And she is a big girl's girl. And she doesn't agree with a lot of things that he's done. And he said that he hasn't cheated, but he has. And Brion says you have to separate the real world from this experience. And Amia's not buying it. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Amia, that she is. And so Amia declined the date. He does not care. I can tell you right now, he absolutely does care. That is utter BS to say that you do not care, because obviously your reaction showed it, right? And to me, I'm proud of Amia for standing up for herself, because, you know, she's absolutely right. He has not taken accountability for anything that he has done. And Angel also said the same thing, right? Angel has said, so you're a Christian, but you like threesomes. You want your girl to open up, you want your girl to open up emotionally, but you don't open up emotionally to her. So you're flip-flopping. And Angel said that you need to work on yourself. So it seems like the tempters and temptresses have a mind of their own. Like, hold on a second. Something the Kool-Aid ain't sweet here. So, Grant and Natalie are feeling each other. And Natalie loves laying on Grant. Kay and Tyler having sleepovers and kissing each other. In the morning, Brion's alone. Kay and Tyler are in bed. Grant and Natalie are in the bathroom hugging. Then we have, Tyler saying that Tay has not had a consistent connection And Brion says that if Shante did something to retaliate, then whatever I see, I deserve. So we're going to get into the dates. So for Grant's date, Grant got flowers and a letter for Natalie and telling Natalie how beautiful, sweet, and amazing, and, you know, many more other very kind gestures and superlatives and, you know, sentences about her. Natalie wants Grant to meet her friends. Her dad is chill, but her friends are more harsh. And Grant is thinking like, okay, do I want her to meet my daughter? It's just like, whoa, first of all, you went onto an island to see if your last relationship could work. And you're already thinking about your daughter. Leave your daughter out of this. Let your focus, Grant, be on Natalie. Okay? Because kids deserve stability. Just keep it up, because kids pick up on what's going on. Kids are a lot smarter sometimes than the adults. If it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. Okay? Just say. I'm not saying that as an adult you ain't smart, that you don't have comprehension skills, and that you are more of a child in doing what you want to do than being an adult and doing what you need to do. I'm not saying that about you, okay? But like I said, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. Moving on. But seriously, Grant, leave your daughter out of it. So Brion goes to this stand for shaved ice or a snow cone, and he wants guava and mango. Me and guava do not get along. No. So Brion, like I said, does not like being alone, and that's the reason why he's so cold, that those ladies aren't shante. He's gonna keep his, you know, time here on the straight and narrow, and his life is in that iPad. Bruh, it took you seeing her in pain to know that her pain mattered. Just rest with that. Just rest with that. And I know it has to get worse before it gets better, but come on, man. Really? You had a threesome and you said you had no regret. Just wait until we get to the bonfires, because my Lord Jesus. So Kay and Tyler are on a date. They are on a mud mask date, and you know, Tyler is trying to look at the horizon and seeing how this can work out, because he wants to do it right this time, and Tyler wants to wash off the heaviness of the old relationship, and Kay loves how secure Tyler makes her. And I will say this: no one should make you feel secure about yourself. Just like nobody can make you feel complete. People should compliment you. They shouldn't complete you, because if a person has to complete you, you were never a person in the first place. So, with that being said, I am going to move on, and I am going to go to the women's villa and what happened there, because what happened with the men at the bonfire, I want to leave for the end of the review. If you watched it, you know why. If you haven't watched it, believe me, everything we do here is for a purpose. So let's go to the women's villa. Ashley and Tayler talk about the dates, and Tayler says that there was a booty grabbing going on in the water there on her and Yamin's date, and that Ashley and Danny was flirting, and of course, you know, they were doing pottery, so there was times that, you know, he could have cheek kissed her, but of course, to no avail. Hey, Terry T Baby for Life, thank you so much. Much love to you. I hope work went well today, for sure. Good to see you, and thank you so much for the support. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, like I said, there was flirting between Ashley and Danny, and I feel, if we can talk, I feel that Ashley and Danny could make it, but I don't know if they can handle the weight of what it actually takes to do the work. And I only say that because when you are in Hawaii, right, and you're going through this experience that is all paid for by Netflix, all you gotta do is just show up. You live in the villa, the dates are paid for, you ain't gotta really do nothing. When all of that stripped away, who are you really? And I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, okay? So if you're trying to become famous on American Idol, The Voice, America's Got Talent, Showtime at the Apollo, trying to think if there's any other competitions, America's Next Top Model, Project Runway, any of these shows, The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, I want you to know something. The producers are never going to say what I'm about to tell you. The hosts will never say what I'm about to tell you. The casting director will never tell you what I'm about to tell you. Just because you win that show doesn't mean that you've won a career. That just means you won the opportunity to have one. I'm going to say that 2 more times. Just because you win doesn't mean you won a career. It means you won the opportunity to have one. Just because you win doesn't mean you win a career. It means you win the opportunity to have one. The real work begins after the competition's over. And I don't say that to disparage anybody, in Hollywood. There is a protective cavalry wall up for a reason, because there should be standards and practices to keep Hollywood flowing as it should, but also to the way Hollywood has flowed has also locked out a lot of people from opportunities. So I do think that the cavalry wall should come down just a little bit for those people who deserve it. But I say that to this point. I think that Danny and Ashley have a lot going for themselves, but the real work begins when the island is no longer available to you. Because this is a fantasy from Fantasy Island come to life. And so, sure, it was fun to indulge, but now you got to deal with the sugar rush. It's like eating buttercream cake, and you can't, sit down, lay down, be still for anything. What do you do after the sugar rush is done? It's like, oh my God, just ate all that sugar. My Lord, where am I? So that's the biggest thing that I see with Ashley and Danny. So Danny sleeps with Ashley. There is cuddling and kissing, of course. And then, of course, Mark just happens to be in the neighborhood and wants 5 minutes with the ladies. This is the last bonfire before the final bonfire, right? And so, as we get ready for the bonfire, Shante is feeling, forgiveness, anger, understanding. This is before they go to the bonfire. So this is their thoughts going into the bonfire. Tayler has no more tears for this guy and is still experiencing a fresh wound because there has not been any closure, but expects to see Tyler in the sunset with Kay. So we're going to do the bonfires for the ladies first. Then we're going to get to the bonfires for the men. So final bonfire, Shante is first. And we see Amia holding Brion accountable. And Shante says good for her. And Ashley and Tayler are being supportive. And Mark asks, how do you feel that is your boyfriend? And Shante says it sucks. Because there was kissing and sexual boundaries that were crossed. And she does not know how to mourn it or figure it out. And Mark admires Shantae's grace and poise. And I will agree. Because to be that emotionally open, forget Netflix for a minute. Forget social media for a minute. The fact that you were that open for a time period in your life, for that hurt to be sent to you, but you're still giving love, regardless of how big the platform is, how wide the reach is and how diversified people are going to see it, that's a pain that you never get over. And so Mark then asks, will this same strength be here when he is here to stand your ground like she stood her ground? And Shante says he will see some strength from me because he will have to be accountable for what he's done. And I fully agree. You know, I talk about, you know, deal or no deal from time to time. Y'all remember that metaphor that I used from Martell Holt, and, you know, how you got to pick 6 cases, 5 cases, 4 cases, 3 cases, 2 cases, 1 case. Sometimes you will go to the end of the game just for a shot at it. But the gag is it could be a penny in that case. And I think Brion has played Temptation Island like deal or no deal. He has pitched his cases. And he has lost some extreme money amounts. But what he does not know is what's in the final case when it comes to Shantae's emotions. And so I think that's going to be a very interesting final bonfire for them. So then we see Ashley's. So Ashley is next at this bonfire. Grant is showing care to Natalie. And Ashley says that, you know, Grant jumps from girl to girl without thinking about what he's leaving behind. And that the video message was a waste of time because he took no accountability for his actions. The whole objective was coming to this island that he would prove to me that he would not cheat on me. And what Mark L. Wahlberg is concerned about is this definition of what a healthy relationship is, a concern that you don't necessarily have a good image of it. And what is your definition of love to you? And Ashley is crying. And Mark says, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm trying to free you. And as Ashley is crying, now for those of you who don't know how television, especially in this type of format, there's usually a mental and physical separation from the host and the contestants. And when Ashley was crying, Mark got up from his space and got into the lady space. And he didn't give Ashley a hug, but talked to her intensely of, you are tough and you're protecting yourself because you should, because you've been hurt. And there's a level that you deserve and what you're feeling and not saying. This lets you know that you want it. And let me tell you something, Mark, you're one of the best undercover hosts of all time. You and Todd Newton are some of the best undercover hosts in the media industry. Because with Todd Newton, he is all about energy. And he is all about allowing the contestants to be the icing on the cake. He just has to make sure the cake gets out the oven and it's enjoyable for everybody to consume. What Mark L. Wahlberg does on the show, he doesn't judge you. He doesn't coddle you, but he guides you. He doesn't judge you. He doesn't coddle you, but he guides you. He doesn't judge you. He doesn't coddle you, but he guides you. And I love the fact that Mark saw Ashley's emotionality and recognized in that moment that, okay, wait a minute. She needs to know that she has a voice here in her own experience. So well done to you, Mark L. Wahlberg. So then we see Alexa. Alexa's next to this bonfire and sees that, Lino has to test himself and that, Lino does not like Alex dipping the straw into the cup. And he needs to go to bed before he makes bad decisions. And Alexa says that, he needed to test himself and to see if he wants to be with me. And Alexa believes or hopes that we come back together. And there is doubt, what did he do, what did she do on their dates? But Lino said there's only one Lino and one Alexa. Mark said that's very romantic. And Mark asked, do you have the tools you need to communicate? And Alexa says, a lot of this has been me. there was guilt before Lino at the beginning of Lino that I've never let go of. So her recognizing that she has as much to blame as Lino does is growth. And what gave me hope about Temptation Island, I think the reason why this format has stood the test of time, is because it forces you to deal with you in real time through a real space that you would have never had in the real world. Because in the real world, if you try to do Temptation Island, it is not as glamorous as being on an island in Maui. So I appreciate that Alexa was still in her thinking, reflected, and saw how she was a problem, but how she could also be a solution. With Tayler, she saw the clip of Tyler letting go of the heaviness of the last relationship, and that falling in love is terrifying. And at this point, he's at the precipice of loving Kat. And Tayler says that she is happy for him and that he is falling in love. And then Mark says, okay, now tell me how you really feel. It's like, come on here. Come on. You are you and I am me. We may not have known each other for a long time, but we know each other enough in this space that this is real. So bring your real. And basically, Tayler says that she has no more emotion. She's empty inside, and that she's gained a lot. And she's gained a lot more about herself, and got outside of herself, and is going to leave the island in a better place. Now, make sure here I read off the notes. Okay. Nope, I haven't, not yet. Okay. So, with both of these bonfire, well, I'll say that in just a minute. So now we're going to go to the men's bonfire. And trigger warning, y'all, what the ladies gave was open, sincere, and it was weighty. The men's bonfire, there was a weight where it's like you try to, bench press, and you're just trying to hold on. And let me tell you something, it was that energy mentally as I was watching this episode. So let's go to the men's bonfire. So we start with Grant. Grant sees that Ashley and Danny kiss and that they're sleeping together. Grant said it was terrible to watch, but she has moved on, and I have as well. It's a relief that's over. And Mark says, don't be the good guy on paper, be the honest guy right now. Grant says, I feel relief because I've known that I didn't completely want it, that I was forcing it because I thought it was the right thing to do. It was wrong. I should have cut off a long time ago. Sometimes letting go of something is not hard because you have to do it. It's hard because the emotionality connected to what you're letting go of. I'll say that 2 more times. Letting go is not hard because of the act of letting go, but letting go is hard because of the emotionality of what you're letting go of. Letting go is not hard because of the physical part of it, but it is the emotionality of what you're letting go. And that's why I felt from Grant with this, is that as he was trying to let go, it wasn't the fact that he had to let Ashley go. It was the emotional connection of letting go of Ashley. And that Grant was, so Grant was trying to prove to his family that he could make it work because his mom and dad stayed together, grandma and grandpa stayed together, everybody stayed together. And that Mark said ownership is a great practice to start. It's a great start to practice with anyone. And when you've done that, at least you can be grateful for what you've learned from each other. And what Grant has learned from Natalie is that he can be blinded by rose-colored glasses. So basically, being blinded to the truth and thinking everything is cool, the words of Mark L. Wahlberg. So then we get to Lino, and we see the clip of Alexa talking about the intention was making the relationship with her boyfriend stronger, but really it turns out that she wants to discover more about herself. And Lino is glad that she feels empowered and confident in herself, and he is glad that she has a support system. And so for him, those resentments and trust issues, holding those above her and against her, really ate him up inside. And that hall pass that he had held him accountable to know that the love he had for Alexa was too great to use that hall pass. But if he did use that hall pass, at least he could discover growth from it. And I'm just like, Lino, you actually are a really good dude. You really are. You just didn't know how to navigate your pain because you never had the chance to deal with your pain. So I thought that was beautiful. So well done. Well done to Lino there. So then we get to Tyler. Taylor and Yamin are kissing, and then there's a conversation with them moving forward. Taylor said that she got what she needed, and then some. And that Tyler said they both got answers to what they were looking for, and that Tyler said that they got together at an appropriate time. That was not the man I need to be, and there was difficulties that showed up because he thought he could be vulnerable and work through those vulnerabilities with her. And Mark says, let's give you some grace. You got into a relationship young, and there wasn't a lot of grass in between your feet before you got into a new relationship. Basically, there wasn't enough grass between your feet to breathe out of that relationship before you got into another one. And so Tyler believes that Taylor has found a connection that fits her mold. And he said, that's what frustrates me. And Mark says, life continues after you leave here. That's the good thing. So we'll keep figuring shit out. That's what Mark said. And, Kay, the connection he has to Kay is exciting. And he's wondering how to make decisions to respect these two people. And, we normally point to people of what they did wrong, but this is a time where we should say, this is what I have learned. So y'all, we get to Brion. Y'all, what I'm about to tell you, like I said, it was the most open, deep, and vulnerable episode of reality that I've ever seen. Television, streaming, social media, whatever. This part right here. So Brion sees Shante. And Shante says that she was blindsided and that she wanted to stop Brion hit in her journal because she was writing to him. And she wanted him to be everything: the husband, the father, the lover, the agitator, everything in between, right? Hey, thank you so much. All good, Jonetta. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, I really love the show. And listen, I totally understand if you don't watch. I appreciate you so much. The thing over here is we take swings in content that, hey, may not be for everybody. But, we're always about diversity over here. So I appreciate you so much. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. So, like I said, the husband, the father, the lover, the agitator, she wanted him to be everything. And these were 2 weeks back to back to show that what I've done to hurt her. And Brion's been saying that Shante doesn't do this, that, and she can do more of this. But Brion has figured out that he's been the issue, that he's been the problem. He's got a lot of shit to work with. And what do you have to say that Shante has said that you have not shown remorse. And Brion says, it's sad that I had to touch the fire and go through it to see the pain in her and to know that I do not want it. And what do you think about you not having seen her, who is your partner, in that way? That's what Mark asked Brion. And Brion says, I haven't given her a safety outlet to be emotional. And y'all, talk about letting go. Talk about going back to places you don't want to be at. But most of all, how to let go of something that you never made space to be able to let go from. So trigger warning to everybody, because this is about to get very real, very quick. Very finite in how much we don't hear about the unheard pain of people. Whew. So Brion's parents were on drugs, and he left the home at 2 years old. Circumstances out of his control. Like I said, his parents were on drugs. Grandparents couldn't take care of him. Grandma left, abused in the foster system. He was the only black guy in a white family. He left the house at 17 years old, lived with his best friend, went to college by himself, and it's hard to move to college when all your shit is packed and you're doing it by yourself. And so he had to be independent and strong all the time. And Mark L. Wahlberg, the consummate human being that he is, forget host, human being, he said, how do you know what to become if you never had a model of it? So because people have left you, people have hurt you, because you've been alone so much, you've never had a space to be emotional, to be supported, and to be invested in. And I'm like, whoo! I'm like, is this, how am I on Temptation Island? Now, I've never went through any of what Brion went through, and I have a support system. But to feel of, there has been moments in life where you don't know how to move, you don't know how to think, you don't know how to come to a resolve because you haven't had a model to do. I've had models and do have models, but sometimes you don't know if that model works for the situation that you're going through. And so that engagement, a conversation between Mark and Brion was so impactful to know that because you've never been able to let go, you have also never allowed your partner to be free. Oh, my Lord. Because you've never been able to let go of your pain, you've never allowed your partner to be free. Because you've never been able to let go of your pain, you've never allowed your partner to be free. Y'all, that was so deep. So at the end of both bonfires, it will be the final decision for the overnight dates. And your truth will not be shown. So there is no more bonfire. So they will not see these clips at all. So complete privacy. And those who you choose will get the date. And those who don't get chosen will go home. And that's the final time that Mark sees the men and the women before the final bonfire. So I am going to go to the ladies and what they had to say. Whew. my Lord Jesus. Actually, before all that, I'm gonna give you all the dates. Okay. I had to get you to that space. I know, right? And this is why I love doing what I do. And I have to tell you how many times mentally I have thought about quitting my dream of being in media. How many times I thought about quitting this channel. How many times I have thought about quitting in my life mentally. Not physically, I've already been through that in my younger days. But there's been times I wanted to quit mentally and not ever be open to love, not ever be open to pushing for myself to do more, be more, and to contribute more. But most of all, there's been times where I'm like, God, I'm still here, but is there anything for me here? Oh my Lord. Okay. God, I'm still here, but is there anything more for me here? Mentally. God, I'm still here. You still have me here, but is there anything more for me here? And so with this episode, I felt everything. Because I think Temptation Island goes to show we're not just tempted at the grass being greener on the other side in a relationship. We are tempted through finances. We are tempted through health. We are tempted through, oh my God, these kids are getting on my nerves. What do I do with this? We are tempted by trying to be free in our freedom when we don't even know how to be still in our peace. So I had to get you there so you can understand these dates I'm about to tell you. Then after the dates, I'm going to tell you what the men and women both said about the bonfires. But I say all that to say this. If you allow your circumstances to dictate your movement, you will never have movement. If you allow your circumstances to dictate your movement, you will never have movement. If you allow your circumstances to dictate your movement, you will never have movement. You, I, and we are bigger than what anyone can say about us on YouTube or anywhere. We are bigger than what we go through. And we are bigger than the environment we're in. So while I could give up because of how I'm feeling, I'm also negating what's in front of me and the blessings that are still here. Because believe me, it was some mental minutia, right? Of damn, I lost. But if I was so focused on what I lost, I can't be appreciative of what's still here. As I'm saying that to you, I'm saying it to myself. There are still 2,000 people. The reason why we worry about what we lose more than we gain, because of the work it took to gain that. So that's why it hurts when you lose. But here's the blessing. The fact that you feel pain of what you lost, that means you can also feel joy of what you can gain. Oh! The fact that you could feel loss from what you gained means you can experience joy from what you can gain. The fact that you felt loss from what you did the work to gain means you can experience joy for what can come for you and what you can gain. There are still 2,000 people here. That's joy in gaining, because there's still an audience here that wants to gain. There are still views happening. That means people are still embracing me. And finally, I'm still here. And that means there's a space for me to gain. So while I can cry and feel away, and I can move in affection about what I lost because of the work that it took to gain, I'm negating the joy that I deserve and that I can receive because of what can come. Sometimes going through trials brings you closer to a verge of freedom. Sometimes going through trials or struggle brings you closer to a verge of freedom. Sometimes going through trials of struggle brings you closer to a verge of freedom. And do you know how I'm closer to that verge of freedom? It's because for the person that talked about me, what have you done with your second chance? For anybody that believed in what was said, did your bank account grow? Did you gain any social capital in terms of connections? Where are you at now? Because of a trial of struggle that you were par for somebody else. Like I said, everybody meets their opponent in life. And not everybody makes it. I know I've made it because I was still enough to recognize my opponent or opponents can't do a fifth quarter or a half of what I do. They can't do a fifth quarter or a half of the life I've been through. And they can't do a fifth quarter or a half of being able to receive what God has for me, because they don't have what it takes to do the work to get there. Like I often say, pull up my live tab, pull up another content creator's live tab. It's important sometimes to speak to the work you've done. But most importantly, is the most important thing to keep hollering and moving in your purpose. Let's talk about these things. So, with the ladies, Danny and Ashley are on a pottery date. Danny slaps clay on her thighs and Ashley gives back in the face, and Danny kisses Ashley. Tayler and Yamin go to this beautiful waterfall. And, you know, Tayler says with Yamin, it's not forced. Yamin was 0 and 2, but now he's 2 and 0. And he never felt like he gave just trying to be my friend energy. And he didn't give Tayler his bracelet. But what was that going to do? Those bracelets just let you know who was interested. Just because someone's interested doesn't mean there's a connection. Oh my Lord. just because someone is interested doesn't mean there's a connection. Just because someone's interested doesn't mean there's a connection. What have I said to y'all? Just because you want that door open doesn't necessarily mean it's the door you need to walk through. Let's keep rolling. So Yamin says that Tayler seemed closed off, but as she's been growing in her stature of who she is now, she's fun, she's outgoing, she's become more of herself, and it's making your boy feel warm and fuzzy inside. And Taylor is not respecting her relationship anymore because she is free, in so many words. So Taylor and Yamin, they kiss, and Yamin asks, how does this look going forward? I got what I want plus some extra and peace. Shante and Gio, they go to Hot Glass Hawaii, and they make a glass flower. Now listen, I've never done glass blowing where you're and the glass comes out and stuff like that, but I've always wanted to do that. So Shante chose Gio because Gio was fun and would not add pressure to Shante, and Shante feels conflicted about what she needs to do with Brion. Alexa and Lino had a climbing gym date, and after that video message, it puts doubts in Lino's head about him and Alex. So then Alexa and Max, they go to this, I guess, not yoga, but I guess a casual therapy session. And Alexa and Max gets saged. And so, the woman asks, what is your intention? This is supposed to allow what you want to come through. And Alexa says her intention was to be, how can I put it? Her intention was for whatever she wanted with her boyfriend to become more clear. And she has discovered more of herself, but going through this experience has allowed her to want him more. And then Max was there, and Max says that he has met 4 amazing, intelligent, brave, and emotionally intelligent women. But one in particular was Alexa. And I am so grateful for her friendship. I'm so grateful for her kindness. I'm so grateful that I can be a support to her. And Max, I gotta tell you something. Bravo to you. Because I remember what my friend said to me on the Esplanade at Kent State University. He said, Braylon, there are 10s of other categories. And you got to recognize the fact that you come through for people, the fact that you care about people, the fact that you make time for people. Those are 10s. And so I love the fact that while Max and Alexa may not be a couple, Max understands just because he may not be a couple with Alexa, he doesn't deny himself of being a support to Alexa. And I thought that was just beautiful. Make sure I read everything. Yeah, I did. Okay. So with all that being said, I'm going to do the ladies' reaction to the bonfire first. So Alexa hates her head is spiraling and doesn't know if he isn't ready to commit to her. Tayler will be emotional because to see someone that you have fallen out of love with or who doesn't love you after 2.5 years is difficult, but she has to find a way to fall out of love with him and fall in love with herself. And Ashley thought that Grant really cared for her and saw a future with her, and she thought he could change and be better, but he can't. Shante feels that there is more happening with his experience for people to feel disrespected. And Shante says that I should not have to put up with it. I don't know if I should bounce or stick it out. And at the final bonfire, I don't know if I will get a final answer. That's what the ladies had to say after seeing those clips of their men. Now let's get to the men and what they had to say after their bonfire. So Grant has to make an apology, and he feels that is going to be very hurtful, because to see that Ashley is in the comfort of someone else, it makes him feel uneasy. Tyler is jealous of Tayler, and if he is surprised at the final bonfire, he's going to go, what the fuck? Because how do you still love me after I have not proven myself in the promise I said to you? Lino says he has some decisions to make, and he's going to pop the question to Alexa because he's choosing her. And then Brion, he is thinking about all his past relationships and the ramifications of the amalgamation of what he has done. And Brion recognizes that he has hurt people. So that's what the men said after their bonfire seeing their ladies. So the preview for this episode 9, which we will cover tomorrow night, right here, probably at 8:30, because we have Married to Medicine at 6 o'clock. Preview: overnight dates are happening. Now here's the vibe of the final bonfire. Brion and Shante hug. Ashley wants no hugs from Grant. Tyler tries to hug Tayler, doesn't want a hug. And Shante needs a moment with Brion. He cries in the corner, or a corner. Y'all, this episode was a lot. But I hope I was able to bring it to you with that signature love, grace, and space that we do over here on Braylon Lee's virtual tour live. I love this industry. I love the possibilities of what can come from this industry, but most of all, I love the fact that I can contribute and be a resource and not a hindrance. By the way, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. So, yes, indeed. So, like I said, Temptation Island is a show that seems like a lot. But when you really sit still with it, it is a long-form conversation about the temptations that we all face. And do we give in or do we retreat? Either way, that space of temptation always exists. So, whoo, my Lord Jesus. Oh my God, that was a mental space, child. I gotta tell you. I simply have to tell you. Like I often say, if you want to know how somebody is healed, look at how they're moving in their healing. If you want to know how somebody is broken, look at how they move in their brokenness. If somebody's got a second chance at life, anything in life, and they're not utilizing their second chance, but they're being still because they ain't got nothing to produce, that tells you that they're broken. Because guess what? If you understood the magnitude of the blessing, you'll be utilizing the blessing. Unless you recognize that the weight of what you've done has made you a curse. And so because you're a curse, you can't utilize a blessing. Oh, I'm just dropping gems tonight. Like I said to y'all on one of our virtual tour lives, worry about people who will accept your attention to just exist on social media or in life, but they don't embrace you because they see something in you. Watch out for those people. Don't worry about the size of the snake. Worry about the colors of the snake, and I'll tell you how dangerous the snake is. Anyone can be a present to entertain you, but it takes somebody to be a gift to bless you. And with that being said, I'm going to turn my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Woo, baby, that is how you do original content. That is how you handle your truth. And that is how you allow peace to define you and not pieces to determine you. Oh my. Woo! 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 Jesus. Oh my Lord. Child. Y'all can have it. Oh, my Lord Jesus. My Lord Jesus. I am so good. I am so good. I am so good. We're going to take a commercial break on that note. We'll be back with more Brandon's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it.
But y'all right back. By the way, did you notice how in every commercial they were happy, they were celebratory, and they understood that by being about the assignment of being a uniter instead of a divider, it brought more people into the tent. If you have to talk about others, it means you have nothing to talk about yourself. If you're not creating anything, that means you as an individual have nothing of value to give. And if you as an individual have nothing of value to give, that means there's nothing in your life that wants you to be in that space of contributing. Because if you can contribute in spaces in real life and you can't talk about yourself in virtual reality, that means your existence is shit. And you know what happens to shit? It goes down the toilet because it has no use. Woo, buddy! Oh, I am so happy. Welcome in, everybody, to Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all you here in the building with me, like I said. I hope that you all enjoyed your Beyond the Gates review. Like I said, sorry for it not being fireworks. I thought I did have fireworks on, but to no avail. We still rolled on anyway. You guys are watching it. I'm appreciating it. Like I said, I love reviewing the show every chance that I get. It is a show for such a time as this. Yes, indeed. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yes, indeed. Ooh, we will talk about tomorrow morning. Yes, indeed. By the way, like I said, I'll see you guys here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for an all-new show. Then we got Married to Medicine at 6 o'clock. And then, of course, episode 9 of Temptation Island. And then we're going to close it out on Sunday, episode 10. Oh, my Lord. It has been such a time with Temptation Island, and I hope the reunion is on the way. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I am absolutely okay, my friend. Thank you so much, Janelle Speaks, for saying that. I appreciate you. Really, really do. Oh. Okay. There's a lot of destinations going on. See, if we are just chilling out here, I'll probably roll with y'all until 1:20, and then I will give y'all the daily motivator, and then head on out. This was a good damn show tonight, I gotta tell you. I mean, you got reality television with soul tonight. You really, really did. Yes, indeed. So, yep, we're just chilling. Glad to have y'all here. Thank you to Jonetta Speaks for being here, and Terry T Baby for Life for being here. Thank you both so much for being here. Really do appreciate y'all so much. Hey, two people, welcome in. We are just chilling out here. Talking about Temptation Island tonight. It was a powerful episode 8. You should watch it on Netflix. It was a good, very, very good episode for sure. We are almost there to 1 hour and 20 1 hour and 20 minutes, and then I will give y'all the daily motivator, and then we will head on out, my friends. Man, that piece. Oh man, I gotta say this is probably one of the best. And like I said, we've reviewed a lot around here. You know, Love Marriage, Huntsville, 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life, The Never Ever Met, Red Love. I gotta say this is probably one of the top reviews, top after shows I think I've ever done on this channel. I mean, it had every single thing. Let me tell you something. I think I literally recreated the episode for y'all. Except we didn't have to fly to Hawaii to do it. Nobody's relationships had to be damaged. And we can all do it from exactly where we are in the world. Like, I really put my foot up in this one. Yes, indeed. So this one was a good one, for sure. Very proud of this one. Hey, three people, we are here just chilling. I'm about to give y'all the daily motivator here at 1 hour and 20 minutes here. Man, there's a lot of destinations popping up. It's going to be hard to figure out which ones to do. I will definitely jam in the ones I know can be good for you. All right, let me get y'all ready for the daily motivator, and then we're going to head on out of here. Because I'm just like, what else needs to be said after all that? I mean, really. But of course, as you all know, after we covered the mess of the impossible, after we covered the rise of the possible, you know, we always ended on a good note. Because I believe you deserve to go to bed with something good. Amen. Amen. Hey, Linnell Stiller, welcome in. Glad to have you here. There are no gains without pains. I think I'm going to read this one on camera because seems like this is an on-camera motivator. Oh, my Lord. There we go. Hello. Let's make it do what it do, everybody. By the way, that quote was from Benjamin Franklin. There are no gains without pains. Amen to that, brother. It's time for the day motivator for Thursday, March 27th, 2025. Go with purpose. Zero in on a purpose and suddenly your energy level skyrockets. Determine a way to be useful and you found a way to experience satisfaction. Pleasure and convenience are fine, but they don't sustain your spirit. Skill and competence are great, but when they're not applied, you become apathetic. The pathway from apathy, boredom, frustration, and lethargy begins with purpose. Focus on a specific objective with a compelling reason, and you become the best version of yourself. The best times are not the easiest times. The best times are the most purposeful times. Aim yourself well, and you will live well. Be clear on the reason, and you can do amazing work. What particular challenge can you traverse that will bring great value to your corner of the world? Lock your arms around that purpose and go with it. Ralph Walson. Woo! Well, let's talk about it. Today at my job, we had a bit of a difficulty. We had a pallet come in, and it was in the back of this van. And somehow the people at the warehouse got this pallet in the van. And me and my coworker were like, how in the world are we going to do this? So we were like, will this big, machine go through the door? And it's like, no. So we had to open up a door and literally take everything off the pallet onto some U-boats and take that stuff off the U-boat to get onto the pallet. And I was frustrated in just how I was feeling. I recognized, wait a minute, you will only be frustrated if there was not a solution. So the first thing I'm going to tell you about go with purpose. Purpose equals solutions. Problems equals attention. That's the first thing. Sometimes we will allow a situation to dictate how we move, but if we're still enough to recognize, wait a minute, is there a solution in this problem? If it is, connect yourself to that purpose. If not, be still and figure out what you can do for you to be purposeful. That's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I will tell you is the best times are not the easiest times. The best times are the most purposeful times. Will Packer said, I've been working in the lab. And how I work in the lab works for me out in public. And it reminds me of a scripture that says, whatever you do in secret, God you publicly, right? And so I recognize that while every purpose may not be heard, that doesn't mean that work is not being done on that purpose. So if you're in the lab, don't beat yourself up for not talking about your purpose out loud, because not everybody deserves the space of you in that frequency of hearing about your purpose. My mom has always said, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but how I modernize it, contemporize it, Braylonize it is people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of your story and your purpose. That's the second thing I'll tell you. And then finally, lock your arms around that purpose and go with it. I'm going to push back on Ralph Morrison a little bit with this one. If that purpose is hurting you more than healing you, instead of locking your arms, let go of it. Instead of locking your arms around it, let go of it. Instead of locking your arms around it, let go of it. The reason why sometimes we don't have enough bandwidth to be able to lock our arms around a new purpose is because we're locked our arms around a purpose that has brought more pain than joy. And with that being said, I think it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Don't you agree? Let's make it do what it do, everybody. With that being said, once again, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you are always one of us. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself. It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll rise to be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or just remembering that the more you lock yourself up in your cell, the less time you're able to experience the freedom that other people want you to be a part of. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, when receive love, you gotta give it. When receive love, you gotta give it. When receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud. You be proud of your damn self. And you know, I was talking with somebody today, and you know, as I was talking with them, I said to them about our state of Arkansas. What I come to recognize is, while I know the history and while you're learning the history, the sad part about our state is the history has been lost to the nation and the world. And probably wondering, why am I saying this? Because while you have learned some history, and while you're discovering some history, it is sad that you have been hidden from the history, but what a blessing it is that you're still alive to learn it. Be grateful, thankful, and appreciative of being able to learn, because not everybody can. Last thing, now, this is about a man, but this really should be for everybody. Roll it.
A man who stands alone is a very dangerous man. You'll never see his scars, but they're there, buried deep from battles he's fought in silence. He's faced his demons alone and won. And that makes him more dangerous than you can imagine. Still waters run deep. Don't mistake his silence for weakness. This man doesn't need a crowd. He doesn't need validation. He's built himself from the ground up, brick by brick. If you're lucky enough to be led into his circle, understand what that means. You've been chosen, not by chance, but because he saw something real in you. Beware the fury of a patient man. This is no ordinary person. He's been broken before, and instead of shattering, he rebuilt himself stronger. So, if you're in his life, understand this. You're either in or you're out. And if you ever make the mistake of crossing him, know that his silence isn't surrender. It's a warning. A man who stands
That's for every woman. That's for every child. That's for every life that could have been. That's for every life that's to come. But most of all, it is for the history that has not been made or been told or has ever been in a space to be heard. That the opportunity of things to rise is always available, but recognize that no one can make or break you, because at the beginning, middle, end of the day, the book is only going to be as long as you write it. Is going to be only as short as the words you put into your book. One love, much love, all love, everybody. I feel the love. Let me put this right back down here. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun, we've missed the excitement, we've missed the entertainment, we've missed the nightlife, but most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.